Hello, Internet Nation. Alexander here. I am having a really bad time. And I didn't want to make a video because I wanted to see the positives in life and not focus on the bad and not get so angry. I get so angry that I rant about it, but everything just keeps getting worse. And now I feel lethargic in a way, a little apathetic, very broken. I'm sorry. Literally every time my brain processes the cold feeling in my hand, reality sits in again. And I wasn't ready. I wanted to come home and hold my baby. I came home earlier and she was like inside of her bear. I should have realized because she doesn't go inside of the bear. Like maybe one time, but then I fixed it so it was more so she could burrow. Outside, I don't know what to do. So, this is a milestone video for my mental health. I don't want to say it. I typed it. But I don't want to say it. Because saying it makes it real. I'm holding something right now. You can guess what it is by my demeanor. I understand now. I understand why earlier I had such a huge pit in my stomach. It wasn't because I wanted to go to the beauty supply store and buy hair dye, and I was afraid that that dude was gonna bother me. Does that even matter now? I mean, yeah. Once I stop feeling sad, I'm still gonna be frightened by the things that frighten me. I'm still gonna feel unsafe. And then the reality that there's nothing holding me here now is gonna sit in. And I always had that one thing to keep me around, you know? That one thing to rely on, that at the end of the day I can't do anything to myself because somebody is relying on me. Nobody's relying on me now. I don't know what to do. I don't think I can. She's so blue. And I feel like such a piece of shit. She was in her cage all week because I was watching Charlie. I would take her out to hold her. But the worst part is I was supposed to take him home yesterday. And then his fucking mother extended this stay, and she did. My baby wouldn't have died alone. She was trapped in a cage. I don't even know if she was alive when I took him home. I feel like such an ass. And now what? I'm really scared. Because part of me hasn't set in yet. And I'm afraid of what's gonna happen when it does. Now would have been a good time because of how apathetic I am. But that's my familiar. I keep feeling things and I don't know if it's just my heartbeat. Not like this. I feel so bad about her being in the cage all week. I just wanted to hold her. You know, it's kind of funny. I've been preparing for this. I keep looking at it because I don't know what to do. It's like, should I call a vet? Like, she's literally blue. She's cold as ice. I'm pretty sure there's nothing they can do except slap me with a bill. I was saying something, but I forgot what it was. Oh, it's kind of funny. I was preparing for this. And I kept telling myself, you should stop thinking like that because she's not dying, she's fine. Here we are. I could get... The funny thing is, she like defecated herself. So she's covered in pee and I don't really care. That doesn't matter right now. Part of me feels untethered. And another part feels really empty. Because it's like something breaks and you just get rid of it, but this isn't something. I always thought about what I would do in this situation, but I never wanted to be in it. I feel a little better now that I've talked about it. I had told my Discord friends, but I don't know, there's just something that sucks about waiting for a response. My baby is gone. Cthulhu is dead. Now what? My tether to the world is gone. I hate this place. Yesterday was shit. Today is a nightmare. And I don't even know what to do. Part of me is like, you shouldn't be alone. And another part is like, I'm always alone. What difference does it make? I don't know. I think I'm currently at the anger stage. And I don't know. Earlier I thought about, is there anything in here that I could just grab and throw down the stairs and just watch it shatter? I have a bunch of I have a mirror that's not being used really. And a little lantern thing that if I were to throw it, it would give a really good shatter. A really good break. But that's not gonna fix anything. And I hope that this isn't a regret I carry for the rest of my life, because I felt so bad about her being in there. Especially since I said I wasn't going to be taking any sittings. It's so fucked up. I had to keep Charlie for extra hours. And I didn't even get paid for it. And now my baby is gone. And this might not have happened. What if she died of sadness? Because she was in there that whole time. I had all these plans to take her places, but I haven't been able to do anything with her because it's been like scorching hot. So if I take her outside, she's gonna die of heat exhaustion. I don't think she got too hot because it's not too hot in here. I'm listening to the thoughts in my head. My brain is saying how I hate myself because everything I just stated, on top of not being here, that's not how I truly feel. I'm just angry. I hope I don't get caught at the anger stage. I was saying on Twitter earlier how I'm a really angry person because of my past, and I try not to lead with that. And I'm hoping that this doesn't add on to my anger. Especially not at myself, I don't know. My friend said he's gonna come over tomorrow, but I think I might ask him to come over today. I don't know. I think I'll plan a nice funeral for her. I was about to say maybe I'll record it, but I don't know if that's a little too weird. But, I don't know. I do rewatch these videos, and maybe I'll want to rewatch it one day. Have a nice cry. It really sucks because this job really prevented me from being a good parent at the end of her life. I really wanted it to be better. I couldn't make it better, because this job works me like a fucking dog. So either I'm not home, I'm exhausted, or there's a dog here that I have to give my attention to. I can already sense the resentment for Charlie building, and I know there's definitely resentment for his mom there, because she literally always does that shit where she never gets home on the right day. It's like, how does one person go out so much and not know how to plan their fucking trips to the point where you always come back a day later. I don't know, I'm feeling frantic. Like I want to go back to smashing shit and I don't know, maybe I'll go hit the tree outside with my boken. Actually, I'm gonna go do that and I'll come back and see if it makes me feel better. I've returned, Internet Nation. It's been some time. I went outside, hit the tree with my sword. That didn't really help because it's a really big tree, and you can't really hurt a tree that big with a wooden sword. And the branches were way too high for me to hit, and I ended up hitting the truck. And I came inside and smashed some glasses. I told my homeboys. I told my mom. Got a hug from my roommate. I want to say I'll be okay, but that feels like a betrayal to her memory. The worst part is it's not just the death, but I now have to forgive myself for being neglectful in the last few last few months. And I guess you could say years. I don't know. Part of me is like, oh, just get a new ferret. We can replace her, and you won't have that hole there anymore, but that's not how that works. I'm probably not going to make any decisions until Friday. Not until I talk to my therapist. I had to change the blanket she was wrapped in because it smelled like the dog. And I would like to remain neutral. Part of me is saying that I should cancel at least tomorrow. And I think everybody would understand if I needed to take time off because my ferret died. I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. I went to go close the door because my roommate was in the hall talking. Oh, I had to change the blanket because I wrapped her in a towel that was on the floor. And it was a gross towel that smelled like the dog. And I am trying not to resent him and his mother for taking precious hours away from us. Because she was awake when I went to take him home. She was alive when I went to take him home. It kind of looks like she's just sleeping from certain angles. I hope I wasn't covering my microphone. It was kind of funny though, because with her mouth sealed shut the way it is, it kind of like her one good tooth is sticking out. I never really stuck out that far before. Not just casually. I don't know what I'm gonna do because it's like I have such grueling work days ahead of me. And next week is gonna be hard too, so it's not like I can have a moment to myself. I have to go to work. I think I might cancel the Maple Walks and do everything else. Maybe the Nala walks too. Because those are the most complicated, stressful ones, and I don't know if I can handle being in an elevated state of emotion right now. I don't know. I'm just gonna vibe for a little bit longer, you know, see what happens, maybe have an emotional meltdown, maybe like the cumulative feelings will like settle in and just destroy me at one point, you know? I can't believe she's gone. I'm gonna be okay though. It's gonna be okay.